Hey guys, Jerimiah Alexander again, Riton University, back at it with zero stops. We're going to talk about our 3 different zero stops, how to set them and use them. Let's talk about first, why would I need a zero stop? The idea behind a zero stop turret is I'm out at the range or I'm competing, I'm making adjustments, and I want to go back to my 100-yard zero. That's where your zero stop turret's going to come in handy. So how do we set that? What we're going to do is we'll go to the range. You can zero at whatever range that you would like. Most people zero about 100 yards. So I'm going to go out, I'm going to fire a 3-shot group, making whatever adjustments that I need to make to my turrets. Once I feel like I have a zero at 100 yards, I'm dead center. I'm going to get my wrench that comes with my Riton Optics, and this is the X7 line. So it has the R7 zero stop turrets in it. So the R7 and the R5 zero stops are functionally going to work the same. So as we go over the R7 zero stop, keep in mind the whole X5 line of zero stops going to work exactly the same way as these guys do. Let's check it out. So I've made my adjustments, right? Whatever they might be. And now I'm going to use this Allen wrench just to loosen the 3 set screws for this particular model. I like to push down on the cap while I'm loosening the screws. It just makes me feel better, like it's not going to move and I'm not going to be one tick mark off. All right. So now that I have those loosened, this turret here is going to pop straight up and off, boop, like that. So one thing with these zero stop turrets is you're going to, once you pull your turret off, you're going to want to visually see that you're zero, because that's where we want to be. But if you look underneath here, there is a small horseshoe-shaped device here. The way that it is pointing off to the left side is the way that we want it. If it happens to somehow have got pushed over like this to this side, your zero stop turret is not going to work accurately. So as you pull off your turret, you see zero, and then just make sure it's pointed this way. And then literally all you have to do is line my turret up here with the zero indicator. And then the first time around, I just lightly tighten these up equally. No need to over tighten. About 8 to 10 inch-pounds is sufficient for these turret screws. So we've tightened these guys up. Right, now that they're tightened up and I'm on zero, so now when I make any adjustments, so I'm going to go up and say I make some adjustments, I shoot out to 1,000 yards, and I want to start over, I want a new baseline, I just turn this till it stops, boop, and now it stops at zero for me. So that's the R7 zero stop turrets. All right, so now let's talk about our R3 zero stops. I thought it'd be fun to do an unboxing on this one because there is some hardware involved with this. So each of your Riton scopes are going to come with this package here. We'll talk about what's in it in 1 second. Pull the scope out of here. Set her down. This is the X3 Conquer 6 to 24 by 50. Really nice first focal plane scope. And it has zero stops. So what comes in the bag? With each of your Riton scopes, you're going to get everything you need here. You're going to get our promise and a thank you card here. Nice cleaning cloth, which comes in very handy. The throw levers are all removable, so there is a cap to fit into that. Let's get into the zero stop now. So with this particular turret, you're going to go through the same sighting in process. And once you feel like you've got your weapon zeroed, you're going to use the provided wrench here so let's just pretend like we've made some adjustments with there. And then I'm going to take my turret wrench. This one just has one turret right on top, or one screw rather right on top. We'll pull that off. Okay, and we'll set that to the side. So we have these guys here. You'll notice in your bag there is a small donut-shaped shim and a smaller wrench. This is how this particular zero stop mechanism works. Very simple, very effective, very accurate. First thing you're going to want to do is there's two screws on this shim, and you're going to want to loosen those up so that they're sticking about halfway out. Okay, once we've done that, we'll take it and we're going to push it down on to our turret here. We're just going to screw it down. And you just screw this till it's all the way screwed down tight. No need to go crazy, just snug it up. And then I'm going to take my provided Allen wrench. I'm going to tighten these set screws. That's going to keep it in place. Now this thing's not going to get a lot of action, so there's no need to go crazy tightening these up. Just snug them up. That's all you got to do. Get this one snugged up. All right. So now if we can see what that looks like, now we just have that turret that has this shim on it now. So now what I want to do is take my turret and make sure it's pointed at 0, right? Because I'm zeroing my turret also. And I'll line it up with the line, like so. Boop. And then I just take that same provided screw. Yep. Screw it back down. And now I have set my R30 stops on my Riton optic. All right, so if our turrets are not 0 stop turrets, they are 0 resettable here at Riton Optics. So what is a 0 resettable turret? Well, let's talk about that. We've got cap turrets here, so we're going to take the cap off. It's the same process to begin with for the 0 stops as the 0 reset. We're going to fire our weapon and we're going to get a good confirmation of 0 at say 100 yards, which means we'll turn our turret, whatever we need to do to get the bullet impacted where we want. And then simply take the provided screw, remove the turret screw. There you go. And we're going to pop this guy straight off. And I have an indicator dot on this particular scope. And I'm going to line that up with the 0, if you can see that, the 0 on my scope. And this gives me, I don't have a 0 stop, but what it does is gives me a starting point to use for any adjustments that I might want to make. This can be very, very handy if you do need to make adjustments, just to have a nice solid confirmation starting point. So you're going to put the screw back in the top of this guy. There you go. And you can put your cap back on. I will tell you too, one other kind of helpful tip. If you don't have 0 stop turrets and they're only 0 resettable, here's something that you can do. So this 0 resettable turret is on 0 now. So I know this is my 100-yard 0. What I do is I turn this turret down. I want to turn it till it bottoms out. I can't go anymore. What I'm looking for is, I just passed 0 one time. Passed 0 one time, and then I came to about 6.5. So now I can turn my turret back, and I pass 0 the first time. And the next time I come to 0, I will be at my 100-yard 0 again. So again, the idea is I bottom the turret out from my 100-yard 0, and I just count how many times I pass 0, and I reverse that on the way back. Now that thing passed 0 twice, you just pass 0 twice. The next time you come around, you stop. Hopefully that helps. Any other questions? Feel free to reach out to us at Riton Optics.